Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda Rebecca, and I am a senior director with Color Street. And I wanted to come on to talk about what it means to have a strong start with Color Street. So, first thing I want to go over is our Jumpstart program, because when you join Color Street, the Jumpstart program is such a phenomenal way to get your business going. And it continues to be a just huge part of our business as you move forward. So it is not something that is simply for you when you are the new stylist, but it also ends up being for any stylist that you enroll down the road. And so I want to talk about both pieces. So first of all, when you are a new stylist, you are in our Jumpstart program, which starts in the 0 to 35 day range. So after you purchase your kit, within the first 35 days, the goal is to sell $1,000 in personal volume. So we call that PV. And when you do that, you're going to get $50 in product credit. That product credit can be used for twosies. It can be used, so those are our samples, these guys, or it can be used for files. It can be used for full sets. It is completely up to you. The second part of that 0 to 35 day range is going to be an enrolling piece. So if you enroll one stylist to your team, and she BQs, so BQ means $300 in sales. So either the month she enrolls or her first full month, then you will get $50 in product credit. What's awesome about this is that you can get one or you can get both. So it is not like they're not joined together. They happen to be within the same window, the 0 to 35 day, but they are independent of each other, and you can earn one without earning the other, or you can earn both and then end up with $100 in product credit. The second piece is going to be the 0 to 65 day. And I say 0 because some women or men hit their first Jumpstart, they hit the ground running, and they might hit it in 15 days. As soon as they hit it, the end of the month when commissions are run, and I'll talk about that with our compensation plan, but that is when those are awarded to every stylist. So you don't get it immediately, you get it at the end of the month because it's kind of like a bonus. In addition, you're already starting to earn your second piece, which is the 0 to 65 day, and that is $2,500 cumulative personal volume. So if you're already at 1,000, which you would be, then you'd be continuing to move towards the $2,500. And if you hit the $2,500, then you're going to get $75 in product credit. If you enroll at this point, if you have 3 stylists that have joined your team, that includes the first one from the first Jumpstart. So if you have 2 additional people join your team, then you're going to get another $75 in product credit. Same thing, independent of each other, and then that obviously that volume includes the 1,000 from the first 0 to 35. So now you're talking 2,500 cumulative. The last piece is the 95-day window. So in the 95-day window, if you sell $4,000 in personal volume, and then, let's talk about that one. So $4,000 in personal volume, you are going to be able to earn $150 in product credit. Think about what that could do for your business. You can get these samples for $19 for 50 of them. So think about how many samples. This is our business. We share our product by sharing these little twosies, our samples. You can get full sets to give away as hostess gifts. You can get nail files or customer order forms or catalogs. Whatever you want to use for that money, that's what your product credit is for. So it really is amazing and helps to get your business going. The last and final is if you promote to team leader within the first 95-day window, then it's a cash bonus. And it depends on when you hit it. You can either earn, I believe it is $100 or $200, or maybe it's $200 and $300. The details are definitely in the back office. So if you have any questions on that, please reach out to your upline, but just know that there are 6 possible ways to earn either the last piece, which is actually just cash, or, it's actually a bonus, right? Or the 5 that are actually product credit. What is amazing is if you're hitting Jumpstarts and you're earning this product credit, that is a way to boost your business without having to invest a whole lot. The second piece is we have a matching jumpstart system. So if you're enrolling and you're hitting those jump starts, and then you're working with your new teammates, your new downline, for them to earn their jump starts, then we have a matching jumpstart system. So if an enrollee, a new stylist on your team, hits the first jumpstart in her first 35-day window and she earns $50 product credit, you earn a matching product credit. And why this is so wonderful is because it allows you to continually earn that product credit and continually hit jumpstarts. Your goal when you're adding ladies to your team, when people decide they cannot miss out on this Color Street opportunity and start their own business, your job as their upline is to help them. And so by doing that, you are also rewarded for helping them to get that really strong start. So it really is such a amazing team aspect that rewards you for being that amazing upline and helping out your new stylist. Okay, so it really does just continue. The second thing that I want to go over is the compensation plan. So in addition to the Jumpstart program of earning product credit, is obviously as you're making those sales, you're going to be earning commission. So we have a couple ways that you can earn money with Color Street. The first one is our regular rebate, in what I consider to be our base commission, which is 25%. So on all personal volume sales, so that obviously excluding tax and shipping and all of those things, any volume that comes into your system is going to be called PV, personal volume, and you earn 25% weekly. So every week you're paid on whatever sales you've made in that week, and that's your 25% base commission. At the end of the month, your entire sales for the month are taken a look at, reports are run by corporate, and we're given bonuses for enhanced commission. So enhanced commission is when you're hitting different levels starting at $600. So I mentioned BQ. BQ is $300. That's a different number. So $300 BQ is what makes you a qualified stylist. And that's a really important number for everybody to be like. That's to me like the minimum goal. It's not a minimum requirement, but what's nice is when you're building your team, you have to hit $300 in order to earn any commissions off any downline. So you still have to continue to work your business, even as the very top leaders in Color Street, which I think is really important. And that's that $300 bonus qualified. The $600 is the enhanced commission. So at $600, you're going to earn an additional 3%. So if your sales are between $600 and $11.99, you're going to earn an additional 3% at the end of the month. So commissions are run, reports are run at corporate's end, and then you get a bonus within the first 5 business days of the following month. You will be seeing that bonus deposited into your checking account or whatever account you have it linked to. The second piece is going to be, well, I shouldn't say the second piece, but the second step is the enhanced commission that starts at $1,200. So if your sales are between $1,200 and $1,799, you're going to earn 5%. And then if you hit $1,800, then you'll earn an additional 7%. And then if you max out, that is the $2,400 mark. If your sales are $2,500 or higher, you will earn an additional 10%. So you've already earned your 25%. It's the end of the month. Your sales are $3,000, and now you're going to earn an additional 10%. So $300 would then be deposited into your account as a bonus on top of the 25% that you already made. So that's the one way to earn with Color Street. The next ways is, of course, all of these wonderful things, which are in this seemingly very detailed compensation plan, which take you from a stylist, which is where everybody starts, to when you see people promoting to senior stylist, that is the first kind of really big promotion to celebrate. That is when you're starting to build your team. You have a group volume and you have 2 legs. You have 2 women on your team or 2 men on your team that are selling $300 or more. They're considered bonus qualified. And your group sales are over 1,000. And then it moves on to team leader. And then it moves on to director and senior director. And keep your eye on the prize. When I first started, I had goals monetarily of making a car payment. And so when I did that, I wanted to make sure I knew how many parties I needed to schedule in order to hit my car payment, which is about $300. So in my mind, that was 3 to 4 parties, 4 to be safe. That was my goal right from the beginning. At least 4 parties a month, 1 a week. I can handle the 2.5 hours that it's going to take to work with my hostess, schedule that party, have that party. And again, that can be in-home or Facebook. That's about how much time I'm scheduling for those parties. And that was going to help me to earn my car payment, which is exactly what I wanted. Then my goals have changed. I definitely have much higher goals than that. And so I want to hold as many parties as I can, as many as I can fit into my busy schedule. I am a teacher. I have 2 kids that are extremely busy. They play all kinds of sports, and my husband and I have a very active social life. We love to see our friends and family, and we're busy. But you know what? I make sure that I'm scheduling my parties, because you guys, parties is where the money is at. So I'm showing you a calendar. This is just a mock calendar, but it's calendar blocking to show that I'm putting down where I want to hold my parties. And then I'm blocking off days that I know I cannot do. No, obviously this is a calendar that has just started, but I also mark off the days that I have team meetings, and I really shoot for specific days for parties. And I think about, if I want to hold, let's say 4 parties a month, our average party is about 300. So if I can get all 4, if I'm only booking 4, remember, you don't always hold every party you book. So you always want to try to book it. I mean, the verbiage that I've always heard and that I stick to is book 10 to hold 8. Now, 8 may not be something that you want. I knew that I wanted to grow very quickly. I realized that I wanted to become a leader with Color Street, and booking parties is the way to get it. So everything comes back to numbers for me. It's how many parties do I want to book? What is my goal for my own individual sales? I also now block time to be able to support my team. And all of that is included in my calendar blocking, but my biggest focus is on my parties, is getting those parties, getting those hostesses ready. I'm hostess coaching. I'm thinking about that average of around $300, and then getting in my head how much that's going to earn, and if that's going to be able to help me to reach my goal for my income for the month. And that also helps me to set aside my time. So think about this. If you have 1 party a week, that's about 2.5 hours that you're spending just on the party. Sales on average will, with the commissions that you'll earn, will be right around $350, $375. If you can hold 3 parties a week, or even think about 4 parties a week. That would be about 10 hours of your time. And you could earn, just using the average party number, if your sales were around 5,000, you'd be earning about $1,700 just from that 10 hours per week. Think about that compared to your regular 9 to 5, 40-hour a week. Now, many of you are working full-time jobs. Maybe that doesn't fit into your schedule. I know I can't do 4 in-home parties a week. I can do quite a few Facebook, and then I try to get as many in-home parties as I can, because the more women I'm reaching out to, the more I can expand my personal business. I can get more hostesses. But booking those parties, keeping those numbers right up here, writing them down. What are my goals? What are my goals for the week? What are my goals for the month? What are my goals for the day? How am I going to get these parties? Reaching out and booking those parties is so important to your business to help you get a really strong start. Hostess coaching is something that absolutely helps with your parties. I shouldn't even say it helps. It is crucial for your parties. You have to get your hostess on board. So having her do a favor for you probably isn't going to work, but what will work is telling her what she's going to get from that party. A really fun night out with her friends. She's, getting those 2 hours uninterrupted girl time, or even if it's on Facebook, it's probably more about the rewards, but I always pass it on I don't want to say I sell it, but usually I'm reaching out to women as a follow-up, and I'm telling them what polish is going to be launching next, what they can get excited about, how many, which one are they loving from their current purchase, what's on their wish list to get in the future. So I'm getting them to think about wanting more polish, wanting more Color Street, and then ultimately they love it so much they want to share the love. And that's what ends up being really powerful for me with my hostess coaching, is getting her buy-in, getting her familiar with the product, sending her samples, or giving her samples and catalogs, letting her share the product. The other really great thing is hostesses are our next stylists. So if you're spending the time and getting them invested in the process, you're also showing them that they can do it too. And so that's how your team can start to be built, is through really good hostess coaching and holding those parties. Trust me, it will work. You want her to make her Frank list. I know that we talk about Frank list in stylist terms when you're launching your business. And I still, talk to my team. I still think about my own Frank list and add more people to it. If I'm having a down month, I'm not getting the number of parties that I want, I might reach out to some people that I sent samples to a month ago. I might even send a sample to someone that didn't ask for it that I think would really love it. And just a nice little personal note. Any personal connections that you can make are going to help you to get those hostesses. And getting her the samples, getting her the materials that she needs, and again, getting her comfortable, even more comfortable sharing it, is, again, just kind of planting those recruiting. I mean, I hate to use that word, but you're getting people. I mean, you guys, this is a fantastic company and product. I honestly never use that word. I always think of it as sharing this amazing opportunity. And I know it's maybe sounds a bit cheesy, but it is the truth, because this company, this product is really second to none. We are the fastest growing direct sales company for a really good reason, because our product is amazing. It's consumable, and it's in a $10 billion industry that is, the market is wide open for it. And we're selling an $11 to $14 product. I mean, think about that. So when I'm planting all these seeds and how easy it is and how much I love the product, and they're already loving the product, they're going to want to do what you're doing, and they're going to see that you're doing it and that they can do it too. So it's really powerful to work with that hostess. And even still, she might recommend you. Even if it's not for her, she may be recommending you to some of her guests. So it's really making that connection with her is really powerful. I did mention about booking nail bars. You want to book from your current nail bars, and that's part of the reason for focusing on how many nail bars you want to be not necessarily hosting, but doing as the stylist every month, because that's where your next nail bar is going to come from. So my goal is to get 2 nail bars from every 1 nail bar. So if it's in home, I'm playing a booking game. There's party cards out there that are really wonderful to keep the party going, where you're planting, joining my team seeds, and you're planting hostess seeds, and you might be playing a game. There's all kinds out there, the purse game, dice game. I've used scratch off. There's all kinds of things that you can use, but getting those next couple parties are crucial. And that's part of what you're going to be doing at those nail bars. Think about offering the opportunity every chance you get. A really great analogy was made when we went to conference this year, and I wish I could give credit. I have my notes. They're behind me in my fun little purple notebook. But somebody had mentioned about thinking about every connection with a customer as a dartboard. Okay, so imagine a dartboard. There's the center, the bullseye. Most times, even though you're aiming for that bullseye, you're not hitting that bullseye. You're hitting the ring right outside, or the ring even outside of that, or hopefully you're hitting the board, right? But when you're going for that center, what you're really going for is the growing your team. If you're wanting to make what some incredible leaders at Color Street are making, which is an insane amount of money. There's someone last month that made almost $100,000 in 1 month. Because the company is 16 months old. It's incredible. But you know what? She works her business, but she's also I don't even know, she's probably off the charts on here. Katie Harbison. There's a bunch of incredible leaders who are doing really well. And a lot of it is because they grew their team. So the sponsoring piece is huge if you're looking to become a leader in Color Street or you're looking to promote, because that's what the promotion means with a multi-level marketing company. So think about that middle of the dartboard as being the sponsoring. So offering the business, and that is our best product. Think about that as your bullseye, and then the hosting is the next piece. And then the buying the product, like that's almost a given. I mean, you guys know when people try it, they want to buy it. So think about that, planting those, sponsoring seeds, how wonderful it is. And I hope you are loving it. If you've started with Color Street already, I hope you're off to a strong start. And I hope some of the tips in this video will help you to get off to a strong start. Always feel free to reach out to your upline or even your upline's upline. Sometimes I know you sign on with someone who is relatively new to the company as well. Don't be afraid to reach out to her leader or ask her, do you mind connecting me with someone else as well? I would love someone else's opinion and help from other people. I mean, we have so many wonderful ladies in the team I am in, Beautifully Polished, and you are most likely in Beautifully Polished. And then we all have like our little subgroup teams, which are amazing, but we have so many wonderful, helpful women. Do not be afraid to ask questions. I hope you have a fantastic start with Color Street. And like I said, don't be afraid to ask questions because, I mean, really, we are all here as part of your team to help your business grow and for you to be successful. Thank you so much for tuning in.